Imagine a place, a thriving settlement, brimming with hope and the promise of a new world. Then, in the blink of an eye, it vanishes. Not a trace, just an empty silence and a single, cryptic word carved into a tree. This isn't a ghost story, though it feels like one. This is the chilling, baffling, and utterly true tale of America's first great mystery, the Lost Colony of Roanoke. For centuries, historians, archaeologists, and armchair detectives have grappled with the same question. What happened to the 117 men, women, and children who settled on Roanoke Island in 1587? Their disappearance remains one of history's most enduring enigmas, a puzzle with missing pieces that stretch across oceans and time. But what if the answers aren't just in dusty archives, but hidden in the very fabric of the world around us? What if geography, nature, and even human psychology hold clues to this haunting secret? Get ready, because we're about to unearth some truly wild facts as we journey into the heart of America's lost settlement. Our story begins not in the New World, but in the Old. It's the late 16th century. In England, under the formidable Queen Elizabeth I, is eager to stake its claim in the Americas. Spain already dominates, its galleons laden with gold from its vast colonial empire. England, a rising maritime power, sees colonization not just as an opportunity for wealth, but as a strategic move against its rival. Think of it like a high-stakes game of global chess, with entire continents as the board. In 1584, Sir Walter Raleigh, a dashing explorer and favorite of the Queen, is granted a patent to establish a colony in North America. He dispatches an expedition led by Philip Amadas and Arthur Barlow to scout the land. They return with glowing reports of a fertile land, abundant resources, and friendly native inhabitants. They even bring back to Native Americans, Monteo and Wanchese, who would later play crucial roles in the English attempts at colonization. This initial reconnaissance paints a picture of paradise, a golden age waiting to be discovered. The first attempt at a permanent English settlement on Roanoke Island comes in 1585, led by Ralph Lane. This wasn't a family affair. It was primarily a military expedition, a reconnaissance mission to establish a foothold and explore the region. Imagine a group of soldiers, scientists, and adventurers, far from home, trying to survive in an unfamiliar wilderness. It was tough. They faced harsh weather, dwindling supplies, and increasing tensions with the local Sakatan and Pamlico tribes. This wasn't the golden age they'd been promised. It was a struggle for survival. Fun fact, did you know that the term hurricane actually comes from the Taino word, huracan, meaning god of the storm? The colonists would have experienced these powerful storms firsthand, a stark reminder of nature's untamed power in this new land. The Outer Banks, where Roanoke Island is located, is a narrow strip of barrier islands, constantly reshaped by the relentless forces of the Atlantic Ocean. This geographical feature, while offering some protection, also made resupply incredibly difficult and dangerous. After a year of hardship and a rather tense standoff with the Native Americans, the colony is abandoned. Sir Francis Drake, returning from a successful raid against the Spanish, stops by Roanoke and takes the remaining colonists back to England. The first attempt, a failure, but the dream of an English foothold in the New World remained alive. Undeterred, Sir Walter Raleigh launched a second colonization attempt in 1587. This time, it was different. This was a true colonization effort, with families, including women and children, seeking to build a new life. John White, an artist who had been part of the first expedition, was appointed governor. His own daughter, Eleanor Dare, and her husband, Ananias, were among the settlers. Eleanor would soon give birth to Virginia Dare, the first English child born in the Americas. Hope was high, but fate, or perhaps poor planning, had other ideas. Shortly after their arrival, Governor White was forced to return to England for supplies. He left behind 117 souls, promising to return as soon as possible. What he didn't know was that the Anglo-Spanish War was about to erupt, trapping him in England for 3 long years. When he finally returned to Roanoke in 1590, what he found would haunt generations. The settlement was deserted. The houses were gone, dismantled. There was no sign of struggle, no bodies, no indication of what had happened to the colonists. The only clue, the word Croatoan carved into a palisade post and crow carved into a nearby tree. White had instructed the colonists that if they moved, they should carve the name of their new location, and if they were in distress, they should carve a cross above it. There was no cross, just the name of a nearby island, home to Manto's people, the friendly Croatoan tribe. The disappearance of the Roanoke colonists has spawned countless theories, each more intriguing than the last. Was it a hostile attack? Assimilation with Native American tribes? A desperate attempt to relocate that went horribly wrong? Or something even stranger? Theory 1. Assimilation. Many historians believe the colonists, facing starvation and hardship, integrated with friendly Native American tribes, particularly the Crow. Evidence suggests some individuals with European features were later seen among local tribes. This wouldn't be unique in history. Cultural exchange and assimilation were common occurrences when different societies met. Think of the diverse populations found in many parts of the world today, a testament to centuries of migration and intermingling. Theory 2. Disease or famine. The colonists arrived during a severe drought, part of a larger climatic event known as the Little Ice Age. This would have made farming incredibly difficult and led to food shortages. Imagine trying to establish a farm in a new land during a prolonged drought. A recipe for disaster. Furthermore, diseases brought from Europe could have decimated the population, leaving no one to tell the tale. The harsh realities of early colonial life were often brutal, with disease and starvation claiming more lives than conflict. Theory 3. Hostile attack. While White found no signs of a struggle, some theories suggest a surprise attack by a less friendly tribe. Perhaps the Powhatan, who were known to be wary of English expansion. The lack of bodies could be explained by the victors taking them away, or by the sheer passage of time and the elements. The dense forests and marshlands of the Outer Banks could easily conceal such a tragedy. Theory 4. A combination of factors. Perhaps the most plausible explanation is a combination of these factors. A group weakened by disease and famine might have sought refuge with the Croatoan, only to be attacked by another tribe en route, or after settling in their new location. The wilderness of North America was a formidable adversary, and the colonists were ill-equipped for its challenges. The Outer Banks are home to wild horses, descendants of Spanish mustangs that either swam ashore from shipwrecks or were left behind by early explorers. These hardy animals have adapted to the harsh coastal environment, a testament to nature's resilience. Could the colonists have faced similar, unexpected challenges from the local wildlife, or even the unpredictable weather patterns that define this unique geographical region? The very landscape of Roanoke Island, with its shifting sands and powerful storms, is a character in this mystery, constantly eroding and reshaping the clues left behind. Beyond the grand theories, the Roanoke mystery offers fascinating insights into human nature and cultural clashes. Consider the role of communication. John White left instructions for a cross to be carved if the colonists were in distress. Was this a clear enough signal? Did the colonists understand the urgency of his return, or the potential for prolonged absence? The vast cultural and linguistic divide between the English and the Native Americans undoubtedly played a significant role in the unfolding events. Misunderstandings, misinterpretations, and differing worldviews could have led to unforeseen consequences. And what about the psychological toll? Imagine the isolation, the fear, the constant struggle for survival in an unknown land. The human mind, under such immense pressure, can react in unpredictable ways. Did internal conflicts arise? Did some choose to leave the group, seeking their own fortunes or a different path? The very act of colonizing a new land, far from the comforts and certainties of home, was an immense psychological undertaking. The Native American tribes of the region, like the Croatoan and the Powhatan, had complex societies, intricate trade networks, and a deep understanding of their environment. They were not simply passive recipients of European arrival. They were active players, adapting, resisting, and sometimes even aiding the newcomers. The story of Roanoke is not just an English story, it's a story of interaction, and often conflict, between two vastly different cultures. The Roanoke Colony remains a haunting echo from America's past, a testament to the fragility of early colonial ambitions and the enduring power of the unknown. We may never definitively know what happened to those 117 souls, but perhaps that's part of its allure. It forces us to confront the limits of our knowledge, to imagine the unimaginable, and to ponder the countless untold stories hidden within the annals of history. So, what do you think happened to the Lost Colony of Roanoke? Was it assimilation, disease, conflict, or something else entirely? Share your theories in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey into the mysteries of our world, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more fascinating facts. Because sometimes, the most compelling truths are the ones that remain just out of reach.